For 40 years, the US government watched hundreds of men die, not enemies, not soldiers, but ordinary African-American men who believed they were receiving free medical care. What they didn't know was that they were part of one of the most horrifying experiments in modern history. This is the story of the Tuskegee Syphilis Experiment, 40 years of deception, suffering, and medical racism in the name of science. The year was 1932. The U.S. Public Health Service, working with the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama, launched a study they claimed would help understand bad blood. In reality, it was an experiment designed to observe how syphilis destroyed the human body when left untreated, and the subjects were black men from some of the poorest areas of the American South. 600 men were recruited, 399 with syphilis, and 201 without. They were promised free meals, medical care, and burial insurance, luxuries few could afford in the Great Depression, but what they didn't know was that they were never meant to be cured. The men were told they were being treated for bad blood, a vague term used to describe everything from anemia to fatigue. They signed no real consent forms. They were never told they had syphilis. Doctors drew their blood, took spinal fluid, and ran countless painful tests, not to heal them, but to document how long they would live without treatment. In the early years, some were given toxic treatments like mercury or arsenic, known to cause blindness and death. But when penicillin was discovered in 1947 as a cure for syphilis, the doctors made a chilling decision. They refused to give it to the men, even when penicillin became widely available, even when it was free. The researchers ordered local physicians and the military not to treat them. The results were devastating. Over the course of 4 decades, at least 28 men died directly from the experiment. More than 100 died from complications. 40 of their wives contracted syphilis, and 19 children were born infected. Innocent lives scarred before birth. Entire families were destroyed, all while the government collected data and watched. To the doctors, these men weren't human beings. They were subjects, statistics, tools for research. This wasn't medicine, it was manipulation and exploitation. By the early 1970s, whispers of the experiment began to spread. In 1972, Peter Buxton, a public health service worker, leaked the truth to the press. The Associated Press published the shocking story, and the world finally saw what had been hidden for 40 years. The outrage was immediate. Congress launched an investigation, and the Tuskegee study was shut down that same year. The public demanded accountability, but for hundreds of victims, it was already too late. In 1973, survivors of the study and their families filed a class action lawsuit against the US government. They won a $10 million settlement, but no criminal charges were ever brought against the doctors involved. It wasn't until 1997, 65 years after the study began, that President Bill Clinton issued a formal apology on behalf of the United States. Standing before the last 8 survivors, he said, "What was done cannot be undone, but we can end the silence." The Tuskegee Syphilis Experiment remains one of the darkest chapters in modern medicine, a reminder of what happens when science loses its humanity. It shattered trust between the black community and the medical system, a wound that still echoes today. In the name of research, the US government allowed innocent men to die slowly, simply because of the color of their skin. And for 40 years, nobody stopped it. Thank you for watching. If you found this story disturbing or eye-opening, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime, real-life horror, and dark history from around the world. This is Murder Facts, where the truth is often more terrifying than fiction.